Hello my lovelies, we're here today with another kit review. These puppies just dropped on Thursday the 19th and this video is going live on the 22nd, so these are pretty fresh off the presses. We're going to start with the Artist Studio kit, and I'm actually pretty excited because this is the first time these kits have dropped with good timing that I can use them in my regular content right away. I have used extensively from this kit in my remodel of Ollie's bedroom from the Single Father Challenge, which you will see in about, I want to say 5 weeks. But let's go through these items. First, we get a wallpaper with a lot of swatches, and I like that there's a mix of natural wood tones and also like unnatural looking stains. I really like that about it. We got a new light source. We have this lamp, which I really like it because jury-rigged lighting like this is just amazing. And I'm going to pop into live mode, but I'm going to turn off the lights and then turn this light back on. Okay, so it does actually give you 2 spheres of light with different intensities. And let's rotate it. Oh, cool. There are actually 4 quadrants of light around it. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Lights back on. So we have an artist backdrop in a variety of swatches, and I like that some of the swatches have contrast and some of them have none. Like the white and the black, this puce. They have varying levels of difference in color for this backdrop. I like that. And on the one hand, they only have 2 colors of flowers, but the wilted color has petals around it. And I like how, for example, we have this black vase cracked and we have it whole. I was really blown away by this one because on the metal tones for the platter, you actually can see the sheen moving. I like the cracked vase. Now, this piece here is a stand, and you seem to be able to put any items on it, which I appreciate. Like, it's got 3 spots, but they seem to be able to hold almost anything, and definitely anything that's a reasonable size. We have this new torso. It's not a mannequin like the shops. It is an actual torso carving in mid-work. You can see the cuts are still rough and it's still emerging from the stone. I actually quite like it. We have a new drawing pad that looks a bit more like some of the current drawing pads on the market than the previous one. We have these fabulous mixing buckets. I think these actually might be... I'm not sure if these are paint or pottery glazes because of the way that, like, the shapes of the buckets and the like. I'm not sure. We have this. It has surfaces on it, but only for very, very small items. Let me see. Like, you can put this guy on top. Oh, and a lot of these have 2 spots on top, but you can only put 1 item at a time. Like, maybe I'm just not trying with items that are small enough, but it was really vexing to me. Like, I'll try the vase. Yeah, like it has 2 spots, but you can only use 1. And this one appears to only have 1 spot on top of it, though I do really like both of these cabinets for different reasons. This looks good. This painter's cart. It is not a surface. It is just a decor item. Like, you can't seem to put anything on this table. Okay, cool. I love being wrong on that. So you have 1 spot on here where you can place items. That is good. I appreciate that. However, I have 1 bone to pick with this. So you have this painter's palette here with your base colors to mix. And you can see here where they've got mixed colors, which is all to the good, except if you look at the arrow on the floor, it's oriented like this. So this is the side that's supposed to face out, but that would mean you would have to like draw your hand across your paint colors and blend them, and you risk getting your base colors effed up, and I don't like that. I don't appreciate it. Oh, one thing with all of the items, they appear to have every colorway in both clean wood and scuffed and painted on. That's true of the cabinet as well. You got a yellow with paint spatter. Got this wood with and without paint spatter. I appreciated that about it. And it seems to be the same for all of the items, that every color has a clean version and a paint spattered version. And you actually have lots of color options, even though the swatches aren't arranged well. This guy, the colors of your paints change, but the palettes never get dirty. I love this stack of sketchbooks. If you've ever been an artist, or if you've ever been an aspiring artist, an actual artist, or just went through a drawing phase or a writing phase, this stack feels familiar. We have been here before. I think this is just a little stand for tools, like next to the easel, which I have to be honest, I wish, what the heck, this didn't fit in Ollie's bedroom. I tried it. How very dare you. But apparently it has more utility than I first thought, so good on you, little tool stand. I love this for a couple of reasons. Because you have the fingernail brushes and probes to get all of the paint out from under you. You have the bucket of paper towels underneath. You have the soap bar. But I love that there are Gungy paint covered swatches of this as well. I love it. That actually made me really, really happy. And then we got a couple new utility items, which, go through the swatches of this paint spatter on the floor. There's like different swirl patterns and different colorways both. I'm going to do actually the wall items before I get here. Got 2 wall items. Nothing from the pack places on top, but in the promotional pictures, they had items on top of here, so I'm wondering if I just don't have items the right size in this pack. I don't know. I guess we'll find out in gameplay in future. But they had stuff on top of it in the promotional pictures, but it's not letting me here, keeping you aware of that fact. This might be my favorite thing, because not only are these like 4 different swatches, but these are different mediums and different styles. Like these are 4 very different artists, and I really, really like that about it. The only sort of downside is it doesn't like you to overlap all the way down to here. Like, these guys stop significantly shorter than some of the others, than, like, the landscape artist in the 4th swatch. Like, these go higher up the wall, but it doesn't like you to place them. And then we get the utility items. We have a new easel, which I really, really like this easel so much. I love the paint cans. I love the little bits on it. It's so good. And we have a woodworking table that, don't get me wrong, the original woodworking table that comes in the game, this is actually a pretty good working table. Like, I have a brother who does some woodworking as a hobby, and this is very close to what he has. It's fine. It's very blocky. It's very crunchy. And it doesn't have a lot of detail, which the real things, these are very utilitarian items. Like, it's got his vice clamps. It's got his attachment points for a lathe. Like, this is actually pretty good, except it's not visually appealing in the game. And I love that we have an item now that has, like, it looks good from all of these different angles, and it's got all of these colors, and you could have stain and scuffs in the wood instead of just the same 4 scars. in 3 swatches. Like, this genuinely, I was like, is that a new woodworking table? I must have it! That is the Artist Studio kit. I actually quite like, this is the first time that I've really, really liked both of the kits. Instead of having like, oh, this kit is fine, it exists, and I want this and everything. This is the first, like, I have already also gone through Not So Berry, and I have put Plum Jen's nursery together using pretty much exclusively items from this pack in this swatch. Oh, it's so pretty. I am actually a little bit mad because I feel like this is how Ruby would have decorated Dahlia's room. So we actually have quite a good group of items here. For starters, you have this cute baby mural. Only comes in 6 swatches. They're all a little bit, like, technically only a couple of them are sepia tone, but it's definitely got that sepia vibe. And it looks like it's got a 3 panel. These are all 2 wide. So it's actually got 5 panels before it repeats, which is really, really good, because whose walls in a nursery are honestly longer than 5 panels? Seriously. We have a pretty bookcase, and while the base swatches are very much only the goths could use this nursery, there are a lot of just regular swatches in ordinary pastels. You've got a lot of versatility in the colors. I love this. I love this ornate, elaborate rocking chair. It makes me so happy. And this rug, like this swatch, there's definitely swatches you could only use in a nursery, but seriously, tell me you won't blow this up and use it in the middle of your elaborate entry hall. Look at me and tell me you won't use that. Tell me I'm wrong. This is going in so many absurd mansions. Like, even this swatch, which is a little more nursery, like, there's some texture lines around the edge that make it look a little weird, but not weird enough for me to not put that in places. Like, it's stunning. Gorgeous. No notes. Okay, the note is leave those texture lines. We have a cute little llama lamp. It's so cute. And his little blanket will match everything, even if he doesn't. So I like that. He's so handsome. We got a table. We have this nice shelf item. And what I call the default baby portrait. They actually have a lot of different skin colorways in this and hairstyles, so you actually have a reasonable chance of getting a baby that looks like your baby out of this, instead of why do they have a picture of a random baby in their nursery? Alright, we have the bassinet, we have the toddler bed, we have the little canopy. I love it so. Oh, it's... Honestly, I would not be unhappy to have this for an adult bed. This mobile, it's obviously way too high in this building because I built it the tallest wall height because I didn't know how big the wall decor was going to be. So, in a standard height wall, in the shortest height, this is actually a really good height to go over your bassinet. Which, I love that they made it look like a pram. Like a little baby buggy. Super cute. I like this changing table a lot. I like how it's less bulky looking. I like how it's more streamlined. Genuinely really like this. And this is a toy box. This is our new toy chest. I will confess I tried to place it like a bedside table when I was decorating Plum's room and got a pleasant surprise when I put when I tried to put the lamp on it. We have the new curtains, which are stunning, and I'm going to use definitely not just in nurseries. Like tell me that doesn't just go in the goth home already. Or any fancy home. We have this really super fancy chandelier. which comes again in almost the full sweep of the colorways. And actually gives good light. Like, we're going to do the same light test. Pop into live mode. Turn off all the lights. Like, that is actually a really, really good light. Especially for a nursery when you have to be conscious of baby's eyes. Alright. Turn on all the lights. And we're rounding down. I adore this dollhouse is everything I wanted. I like that the stuff inside looks like it makes more sense. I love the little graveyard outside. That makes me so happy. And look at how pretty it is. And also, am I wrong, or is this the Goth estate with a graveyard in the side yard? I think this is just, like, I think the tower's on the other side in the Goth house, but I think this is literally just the Goth house. I think this is so super cute. I wish the animals in it changed like they do with the growing together. Then we have a new block set. Okay, which apparently it's not letting me use the tool, so we'll look at the swatches this way. We have both letter number blocks and cute animal pictures in a pretty decent variety of colors. We have a new play mat, which I actually quite like. Oh my gosh, the toys are a gnome, a plumb bob, a flying saucer, and a llama. Look at how cute it is. Then we have this guy. We have a possum, a raccoon, a skunk, several different flavors of kitty, a sloth, and a fox. And they're wearing outfits. This is an item where you should definitely look at the item description in the build page. Glorious. I wonder if I look at this item description. Lavish and stately home. In fact, it looks oddly familiar, don't you think? Yeah, they based it on the Goth house. Not the interior, but the exterior definitely. And then this is actually, we got 3 items here. We have a new diaper bag, which I quite like. I think this is a good looking diaper bag, and I love that there's a bottle on the floor beside it. Then we have our new little dresser for baby clothes, and we get hanging item of baby clothes, which there hasn't been, like, there have been hanging clothes, I want to say, since interior decorator, but this is the first time that they have been in the infant option. Like, these look like the infant toddler clothes. And that is everything in the Storybook Nursery pack. And just both of these packs, genuinely, this is the first time that I have truly just liked both kits. Like, usually I like one and the other one is also there. But this is the first time, like, I have already used these in builds. I am recording this Friday. This dropped yesterday for me, and I have already used it in 2 of my playthroughs. So I just keep it out for those. And at the $5 price point, I'm generally pretty much, yeah, if you want to, $5 is an acceptable amount to spend, even on something that's a little silly. So I know that there are those who are going to say that they would like more items. I think this is fine for the price point. You are welcome to disagree. But that has been our 2 new kits, Artist Studio, Storybook Nursery. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. If you've enjoyed this review, please leave a like, a comment, maybe even subscribe, and ring the notification bell to bring you back for more Sims content. Have a happy time zone wherever in the world you are, and I will see you next time.